Jeez.
Is anybody watching?
I don't know. I mostly just do it because it saves me, like, lots of gigabytes in storage.
Yeah.
And it's
I
stored
wasn't sure if,
somewhere.
like, Paul had friends that were watching for some reason.
I mean, I put it on
creepy.
Facebook.
Probably creepy reasons.
Watching Dan.
What?
All right, here we go.
He's so cute.
Silence.
Stop.
Utter and complete. Cloying, weighted, heavy silence. Beyond the veil, you experienced a similar stillness, dangerous in opposite ways. The veil's quietude held the threat of danger, imminent and waiting. It was full of possibility and threat. This is the silence of a power that's made good on its threat. This is the silence of desolation, a stillness that holds neither peace nor promise. This is all that's left in the wake of the Scour Storm as its terrible maelstrom of screams peters out. There's blood, but no bodies. No corpses, no injured wailing for help amongst smoldering ruins. Whatever the Scour Storm is, it is thorough. Quietude is absolutely a word. Gentlemen, congratulations on earning your black stripe. It's the mark that any who've earned it tend not to flaunt. Because who could witness what you just have and remain sane? It isn't a badge of honor. It's a warning for anybody who sees you to know. Your brain is not to be trusted any longer. Contrails, heralding wealthy airborne invaders from other cities, begin to climb up from the horizon. A new threat, a new spear thrust from this planet towards your heart. Truly, this is a death world of unparalleled and unrelenting danger. All right, boys. We know where we're at. Paul and Bronny have Dimitri hostage. He's alive and stable, though unresponsive. They have control of two ex-Skitari who they've stationed on the two servants' quarters of what we sort of call Smiley Base. They've taken up residence in the Eights. And now we know that people from other cities, nobility, whoever can get there fastest are the people who can pay. And you can bet that they're going to try and come in force to claim or stake a claim here. Maybe jump themselves up a rung. Meanwhile, we've got Wesley and Dan stationed with the Inquisition teams. The Inquisition team who are set up in, I believe, a bunker underground. Gents,
I didn't know they went to a bunker. I thought they were still driving.
They drove in through the city, kind of accessed hidden panels in the city's walls.
Don't even tell me. I wouldn't know.
We're in our secret best friends bunker.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know any of this anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, first we are going to look over at. Actually, first we're going to look over at Kyle and Dan. You guys are potentially in your best friend's bunker. If you want, do you guys want to go over what happened in the email chain, or would you prefer to just kind of have that be off the record? Because that's fine too. What we do know, something that's known by all parties, is there is a text message that Kyle sort of attempted to send to the other guys.
I'm fine going over it. Dan, do you have a preference either way?
I'm fine going over it either, because I feel like when eventually we all get back together, like I would tell the rest of the group the same stuff.
Yeah.
So
I also don't think it's especially surprising. There's no real...
There's nothing salacious in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys are pretty good at keeping your player knowledge separate from your character knowledge.
All right. Well, then let's do it that way. I'm going to take your cue, Bushik.
Okay.
All right. Never mind, Dan. Mum's the word.
All right.
Okay. So where you guys are, I am going to just jump over. I have like a page for you and a page for the other guys. So
Paul, did you see really quick? Sorry, Paul, did you see the email thread?
I did.
The main one where I had.
Yeah,
Okay, so you've seen that. Just making
I
sure.
read all that.
Okay, just making sure.
But my whisper is taking place after all of that.
Okay.
I wouldn't have whispered. Castle wouldn't have told you that if he hadn't already heard that from you.
Okay, I'm waiting for fucking Bushik to get to us.
Okay.
waiting for teacher to call on us. In the bunker, consoles bedecked with glittering buttons that begin to awaken from a long slumber. A number of view screens come alive, awash with static as slowly, still images come into focus. Streets, buildings, intersections. The tech priestess sidles up to the controls and the still images begin to sidle rapidly. Her eyes unfocus as hundreds of pictures appear and are quickly replaced. The Scout Marine sets about clearing the restraint foam from the van transport, and the Guardsman tends to the Cyber Mastiff in the repair bay. Let me turn this down a little bit. Jesus, loud. Yep, the Guardsman is tending to the Cyber Mastiff in the repair bay. Ours has taken the old priest into the interrogation room. This is essentially where the email chain has left off. You guys would prefer we can just kind of go from there unless there's anything else that you would like to say to one another before I hit the go button.
Dan, as long as you saw my last one to you, I sent one to you this afternoon.
I think I saw the last one. Yes, I did see that one. I laughed at that one at work. That was good.
Critical information in that one.
Yeah, that was good.
But aside from that,
yeah, I'm good if you are.
Yeah,
I feel like we kind of said our piece.
Let's hit the road. Bushik, in that last one, I had mentioned sending another message to acquire like an address.
Mm-hmm.
Your discretion. We received that and hit on. Just get on the road.
I think it would probably actually be recognizable to ours with how you described things. I mean, you've seen. I'm going to put you guys back on city map here.
Wasn't sure how many mansions there were. It was kind of like this could
mansions
be
with. Well, I mean, look at you can see there's only 8 sets of mansions here. And this particular mansion has 2 servants' quarters. That's recognizable.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, so ours would know exactly which one you're talking about.
Okay. All right.
So even before that, the address is unnecessary. All right. Oh, gang, I can't believe the timing. Now, that can't be a coincidence. We had those filthy drug manufacturing heretics in our sights. And the scour storm hits. Like, I'm sure they got scoured, man. Well, I sure do hope so. But we both know those evil heretics like that can be slippery. I'd call it an even trade, though. We didn't get to put down those filthy heretics, but we did get that priest. He seems like he's ready to purge some heresy, too. And I hope ours was right about him. Another monitor comes alight with a low but insistent klaxon. The tech priest, roused from her reverie, looks over to it in surprise. My screaming bee is still broken, and I focused all my time on this shit. So imagine robot voice for this. I'll just, like, poorly do it. Jankles looks like has had some flyers at the ready. At least 2 ships coming in fast. Looks like only 1 orbital positioned over Destonar. To the victor go the spoils. And I'm sure that we'll see them launch in force soon enough. Chariot, seated with her eyes closed near the interrogation room, saunters over to the controls and begins to scroll through the data. The interrogation room door opens, and Ars and Wesley rejoin everybody in the main room. So when you guys roll in, it's like, if you recall, there was sort of an EMP effect when the Scour Storm hit. The Scour Storm, having sort of petered out to nothing at this point, its effects have followed it. So things are coming back to life, namely your sort of whatever network that you've got set up here. The Tech Priestess is still scrolling through all, it's just like a bunch of still pictures up on the screens. And Chariot's kind of walked over to like a buzzing thing. So the guardsman, who's with, like, still kind of operating on the Cyber Mastiff, looks over at you, just sort of like, you can tell that he's looking for bruises on the old man. Like, did Ars work this guy over? And seeing that Ars is not only in great health, but being helped along, I'm sorry, that Wesley is not only in great health, but being helped along by Ars is it's good. He's a little relieved. So they trust Ars. All right. So the scene is live. Anything you want to take care of, anything you want to do, anything you're trying to look for or acquire?
Bushik, I have something that I do want to do. I want to take a quick scan of all the people in the room and look for signs of rank.
Okay.
Because at this point, I don't think that Wesley is aware of who the ranking officer is. I mean, the one who sounds like Shaggy has been calling shots.
Not Shaggy.
But no, not Shaggy. Just sounds like him.
No.
Yeah, it's a weird coincidence, but I mean, it's entirely just coincidence.
No. Shaggy's the one who sounds like the guardsman. You're thinking of
Shaggy's the guardsman. You're thinking of Fred, not Fred. Totally not Fred. Here, let me put their.
Is the creepy smile guy? Is he the one that is that not Fred?
Yeah, that's not Fred. I'm gonna put their icons up here so you can see them. It'll make it a little bit easier for you.
Fred had a totally normal voice, right?
Normally he was the one who I kind of played up as like Canadian because I couldn't do a good Fred voice.
I don't even know what Fred sounds like.
Yeah, he just says gang a lot, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the hierarchy kind of like here.
Okay. Are you actually ranking them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at the top, that's the one with the voice that I was referring to earlier. The one who collected me. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who's like, "Hey, hope you're ready to go kill some heretics. Let's go, gang."
Yeah. Okay. And Ars I'm also looking at Ars. Does Ars have any markings on his shoulders?
Ars does not. Ars is sort of a relatively new thing. A relatively new acquisition to the team.
Probably still in his like outfit, his costume, basically, right?
Yeah, which he would definitely not wear anything that would give him away.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. That was the only thing that I wanted to address. Because I actually wasn't sure who's in charge here. Still not entirely sure because Ars is not wearing anything that would give him away.
That's also true because like when last you saw these guys actually perform anything or do anything, it seemed like Ars was the one really swaying them. Or you actually were the one swaying them when you guys went out to action.
Yeah, so Wesley was basically thinking that these guys couldn't be very high ranked because he talked them out of their mission in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Now, granted, he can be very persuasive, but
but this guy was also calling the shots, and now Ars is here, and he's not got any label on him, and he's also been giving orders since we've been here. So basically, Wesley has no idea what's going on with these people and isn't gonna, presume anything. That's it.
Not since I get tricked into every week clicking on Jessica Negri, Velma. Not clicking on whatever this is.
What's wrong with that?
Gang.
Yeah, I guess Wesley's good then.
Okay, so he's got a sense of how people are ordered here. He doesn't know where ours fits into this yet.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Ours, what's the deal?
I'm going to turn to Tech Priest, whoever, and ask, have you uploaded copies of the documents yet? Has there been word from the Inquisition team?
So she continues to flip through the things, but you can see them kind of slow to a halt. And if there's an equivalent to a tech priestess taking like a despite the fact that it's all like external breathing respirator shits. Yeah, she just tries to approximate it, but it's just like pistons going like that's as close to a sigh as you get. As she turns over to you and goes, no word from orbit currently. The signal has been put out, however, it will take some time to hear back from the Inquisitor.
Keep me posted immediately as soon as you hear anything.
Naturally.
What an idiot.
Such.
Give me perception checks, you two.
Ours walks away such a bitch.
God, I hate that girl.
Flat perception checks. Whoa, ours. He's blinded by fury. Yeah, he just like bursts a blood vessel and falls on the floor like, oh, I hate her. Poof.
So mad.
He just has narcolepsy, and every now and then he just falls asleep.
But Wesley totally notices just in while they're talking, he's looking at the screen at all these like still images, and he sees one that isn't a still image.
It's Jessica Negri?
It is.
Nice.
No, it's an image of like something that's smoldering, and you can see the smoke coiling up from the wreck. Something that mustn't have made it out of the city in time or tried to take off, but EMP'd and fell. And you suddenly realize that none of these are still images. The city is simply so empty that every single like network cam that they're looking at is just devoid of life.
Ooh.
And they're all Destinar.
Yeah. She's just flipping through every single networked camera that the Inquisition happens to have or have access to. And what you thought was all still images is just a record of desolation.
All right, so Wesley
Quietude, if you will.
Wesley is going to see the loss of life and just kind of be taken aback by it.
So he is.
And he's gonna see it and just be like, "Be still, my heart," in not a good kind of way, and nudge ours and just ask him dumbfoundedly,
how many of these scourings have you been here for?
Ours rolls up his sleeve and displays. Dan?
Ours?
I'm gonna. I don't have. I think it would just be the one.
This one or another one?
I think it would just be this one.
You have no stripes. So ours rolls up his sleeve to show you nothing, no stripes.
Okay. Wesley is gonna unbutton and roll up his sleeve and show him also no stripes.
No stripe bros.
No stripe bros.
The unmarked men.
The stripeless boys.
Yeah. Bushwick knows.
Well, okay,
And
so
then,
we've got on this hand, we've got the unmarked men. But on that hand, we've got the stripeless boys.
yeah.
No stripies.
They're naked.
And so Wesley's gonna just kind of like compare arms and then look at him. Just say,
Flex.
Can you fathom it? It's the loss of life, the sheer loss of life. Can you fathom this?
I cannot. It's just staggering. How many have you guys been through? He's going to turn to the rest of the team.
Wesley's gonna look around and just say,
Is this
seem unfazed by all of this?
Is this normal?
The scout marine, the one at the top of the pile there, kind of stops shoveling restraint foam out of the van for a second and just like, he just stares straight ahead for a little bit and goes, too many. We've been through too many. After more than one, you kind of become numb to it all. You lose somebody on your team, it's awful, but a city's worth of people just gone, it doesn't really feel like a lot anymore. It's not like there's piles of bodies out there. It's just an absence. But it doesn't get any easier. Pretty accurate description. Oh no.
I'm sorry.
All right, well,
funny.
Jessica Negri, go.
No, it's not. It's good. Check it. It's not.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's not. Look at it.
No, I clicked it. It was awesome.
I just
All
want that
right,
bicep to be my character icon.
Ours is pretty jacked, isn't he?
Yeah,
Sure.
it is.
I think he is. Ours is like, despite being an accountant, he's like, let me crunch the numbers and
all right, so Wesley's gonna kind of hear the worldview of whomever has seen the most. Oh, geez.
no stripes.
Man,
There you go. Oh, no stripes.
looks pretty good for 270. Wesley's just gonna be like sickened by what this other guy has said.
I mean, let's not forget. Let's not forget, Kyle. I mean, everybody that you knew in this city is gone. Z's gone. Pam's gone.
No.
Oh,
I want to restart the campaign.
that was your fault, man.
I had
about
I had a
Raoul?
save there.
Raoul's
I had to
gone?
save just before the scouring.
I want to save and reload.
What? You're me playing XCOM? Okay.
What about Brian?
Oh, did anybody grab Brian?
No, he's dead.
No.
Oh, no!
that hurts.
I forgot about Brian.
That hurts.
It's the best
Raoul.
movie yet.
That's sad. Someone let Fox know.
On the most side about that.
Tell Fox his NPC died in our campaign.
Rip Pam, rip Brian, rip Z.
Didn't even die heroically or doing something funny. Just
Died off screen.
gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, that guy's dead. But still, like, these are all people that you were real friendly with. These people had backstories, goddammit, and stupid voices associated with them.
Pam hurts me the most. Me and
Some
Paul
of them
knew
even
Pam.
had tokens.
Paul
That's
smoked
true.
with Pam regularly.
You what with her?
Smoked.
With her. Cigarettes,
Oh.
not weed.
For a second, I thought you said stroked with her. I was like, what?
Paul.
We did that too, but we didn't tell Bronny.
Somewhere, Paul hears in the back of his mind and sheds a single tear like, hey, Castle, come on out. It's Thursday. You know what that means. It's just that. Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. So yeah, the immense loss of life suddenly strikes you, and it feels like a part of you is a little bit callous to it. Or you look around and think that these people are callous because they clearly just don't care. Chariot is looking at some sort of like satellite footage of like a combination satellite footage radar of like planes taking off from the different cities. Everybody's scrambling to get a piece of what's left. And damn, if that doesn't feel impersonal. Everybody's just running to take all these dead man shit. It's like somebody had a heart attack and fell down on the street and everybody ran over and it looked like they were going to help him. But everybody just ran over to like try and go through his pockets first.
This is fucked up, Kevin.
I mean, no use letting it go to waste. He's not using it anymore.
Yeah, oh, the guy doesn't need his cigarettes. I got dibs. All right, for a moment here, we're going to switch scenes. Because we need to just jump back quick to the guys who are setting up at Smiley Base. What have you done with Dimitri?
Hold on. Here is how I here's how I envision me and Paul.
Did anybody else hear that?
What?
Did somebody?
It was like letting the air out of a balloon.
That was me.
What was that?
It was me.
Was that a fart?
No, no.
Did somebody just say the same thing?
It was my face.
No, that was my face.
Anyway, this is exactly how I feel Paul and I are going to be.
Oh, yeah.
This is me and Paul as people approach.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I just learned something about Roll20.
What?
Did you know that if your cursor is over the map and you right click and drag, it moves you? Did everybody know that already?
Moves like
It moves the map, like it kind of pushes you
Yeah, it
around.
moves the map.
Wow, no.
I knew about like the.
I knew left click was highlighting stuff, but yeah, if you right click, it just moves the map. I didn't know that.
That was useful with Big Maps Brews Go.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Ronnie, your next campaign is going to be so much easier.
Every pixel was a city block.
These maps get bigger now, you guys. Finally, my vision can finally be translated on the screen.
Okay. Anyway, we're back at the guys setting up at Smiley Base. Are you putting Dimitri in the house? Have you even been in the house yet?
No. So when we left off on the email chain, I sent. We're still standing. So can you take us? If this is Smiley Base, we're standing like right here. So we're standing like in the front door in my mind, Paul. Tell me if you're picturing it differently, but we're like in the front door of the fucking mansion. I just told the two Skitari to go take positions on the roofs of the two servants' quarters to act as basically tower guards. And then I said to Ogene, like, go fucking search that mansion right now. See what's in there. Give us a quick recon. And he scurried off. And now we're just standing there, me and Paul alone, with Dimitri in cuffs in front of the door. And see.
Okay. So it is become later in the day. The sun is beginning to dip towards the horizon. The air is beginning to chill, and you guys have got a substantial estate in front of you. Two supposedly trustworthy Skitari standing guard, and you've got an enormous empty mansion behind you. As the only sound that there is just like the slow smolder of the ship that you guys crashed. Somewhere like far away, you can hear a little and poof. Maybe it's something falling down. Maybe it's something finally giving into gravity. Could be anything. But overall, it's just this empty silence. So what's the plan here? You know people are going to be coming back for you.
All right, so are any like lights coming on? You say it's getting dark.
What kind of lights we talking here? Like street lamps or?
Either street lamps on the outside of this compound or any lights on the inside.
So I might drag you guys over to something for a moment. If I can just like reveal something on the... God, how do I even do this anymore? Ooh, reveal areas. Reset fog. Yes, everything is hidden. Drag everybody, have fun, everybody looking at a blank thing for a moment.
No problem.
As I reveal this area to you.
What?
Is it alt? Can you see it?
I'm not seeing anything. Oh, now I am.
I see the mansion. Yep.
Great.
I keep getting shot off of it.
Sorry. Yeah, it's near the bottom, and like whenever you get close to the edge, it's like, and then like, rail guns you away.
You can hold Alt and zoom out to see the whole map.
Oh, billiards room.
Yeah, and that's the joyous corridor, and there's like, that's totally not the music room that I punched a hole in trying to get rid of the words music and room.
No, this is perfect. All right, so we're, I assume, right here.
Yep, that's the front entrance. No lights are coming on automatically, and in this city, the automated lights of like street lamps and stuff are slowly starting to come to life.
All right, that's what I was thinking.
I'm going to turn to Castle and be like, we do not have much time. I have texted Wesley. He is apparently alive and with the Inquisitors. Ogin is scouting the mansion. Do we fortify? Do we talk to him right now? Pointing at Dimitri. There seem to be a lot of people coming this way very quickly.
I think something for you, or maybe just your spider pal, to check out would be, I can't imagine the previous residents of this compound did not have some type of security system set up.
I imagine you are correct.
And if I see streetlights coming back on, I think you guys need to find the controls for that and get that turned on.
Give yourself a fate point, Paul.
Thank you.
Excellent observation. I really had not anticipated you realizing that, but that is an absolute truth.
Okay, so
meanwhile, I will tend to our friend here.
Okay, I will focus on security. And I'm gonna like literally okay, I'm not gonna rush off yet. I'm gonna roll my eyes back and just kind of like report. Ogin, what are you seeing?
So I am going to see if I can reveal Ogin. Trying to remember which one of these is Ogin.
Little mechanical spider.
Well, I know, but he's currently in the face of one of the Skitari.
Come on, Bushik. He's the one who's a spider and not a person.
Yeah, come on, man. He's over here.
Try to keep up.
Is it shift long click?
Oh, so he didn't run into the mansion. I thought I said I told him to run into the mansion.
Oh, I couldn't remember if he was still manning a Skitari's face or not. Because you kind of punctured the man's like eye sockets to control him.
No, I remember that. Okay. Shit. I thought they were both under autonomous control at this point. Well, I don't know, Bushik, how do you want to do this? I thought I had him under autonomous control at this point.
There's no way that the one whose face you perforated is still able to like operate autonomously. Ogin fucked him up good.
Okay, so if Ogin's fucking has to control the one and the other one's autonomous, I guess I'm just gonna run to the mansion myself. Fuck it.
Okay. So you run your way into the mansion here. I mean, nothing is hidden from you in this mansion. There's nothing like to reveal.
I want to do a perception check. I want to see if I notice like wires, security cams,
control panels,
reinforced doors, control panels, hidden machine guns, the works.
Okay. Give me a tech use test first.
Tech use first. Okay, here we go. Flat. Wow, a fail.
Well, you fading it?
Absolutely, I am. Reroll.
Fade it down.
So rerolling this, and I passed.
Boom. Okay, so initially you run in and you're overwhelmed. The opulence in this place is completely breathtaking. We're talking marble floors filigreed with gold and platinum. This place just screams money in every handmade edifice. So when you roll in, it's not like, I need to find some things. You roll in and the first thing is, wow. And after that, you see all this like metal, the metal filigree everywhere and the gold filigree, like, oh my God, they could have hidden wires everywhere. So you start getting down and looking and like feeling for the electric current of wires. And it takes you a little bit. It's not instant, but in one of these rooms, we're going to say this one right here. It's over in the servants' quarters. I'm going to outline it in pink. You get an overwhelming electrical like signal from underneath one of these chairs.
Okay.
So you shove it to the side and notice
They start ripping it up.
Yeah, you start like moving stuff around and pushing, and when you move the chair to the side, like there's a panel that just kind of clicks open on the wall, and as you go over and open it the rest of the way, you see it would look like gibberish to anybody else, but to you, you can recognize it as the entire electronic control of the house. This is a very rudimentary automated system. And even for you, that's bordering on heresy. Because you're not getting the sense of a machine spirit here.
What?
No. You're used to being able to commune with a machine spirit anywhere. A sort of semi-sentience that's present in every one of these machines. But this just feels like cold ones and zeros.
Heretical. All right. Yeah, we can't see the outline of the room, by the way.
You can't? What the hell layer did I do that on? Objects and tokens. Okay, that might be on some other like mystical who knows layer. Map layer?
There it is.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna be like, it's really fucking weird. Fuck it. And I'm going to grab one of my Dreadlock USB plugins and try and just plug myself in and take control.
Going for it. Tech use test -15. It's an unfamiliar system and you can't commune with the machine spirit here.
Okay, so tech use -15, but I have, okay, here we go.
You've got a lot of like bonuses. You have the high ground that's +10 and then...
It's over, Anakin. Actually, no, I don't have Kadofi with me. Or
you
OG
don't.
with me. Usually helps me out. So I have the Mechadendrite use utility. Can someone look up really quick if that gives me a bonus? The utility one? I think it does.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what it is, though.
On mech use armory. Just want to triple check. Cybernetics. Mechadendrite.
Bing.
Mechadendrite use utility. +10 to all 10 tech use. All right, so I have so 53 -15.
You go.
Fate pointing it down 1.
Oh, you're using it to drop it?
Yep, drop it 30.
All right,
So
what's
I
your
got
fate at, by the way?
I have 1 fate left.
Okay. All right, so it takes some doing because whatever it is seems to be resisting the outside control. But there is no machine that you cannot force to do your bidding. Eventually, you find access. You basically rooted the system. You see that there's a number of security emplacements in place. But yeah, there's a number of already built-in security measures just in case, you know, the missus was left alone by herself one night or something. You can see that the perimeter is electrified. You can see that there are no fewer than 6 automated weapons throughout the premises. Although you cannot, you don't have the ability to like automate those. If you want to use those, you're going to need to be at the console or dedicate Kadofi to the console or Ogene to the console.
Okay, I'll just hang about the console for now. I'm going to yell out to Castle as loud as I can, just like, Castle! Castle!
Castle, I assume, is that green one?
Pushik, I can't see the line I drew.
The green line?
Yeah.
Let me see, like, what's exactly happening here.
Ronnie, you think
Oh,
there's
here
a
we
PA
go.
system on the thing?
I think, can you see stuff now a little better?
I can still not see my green line.
To back? Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Gotta be honest, no idea. Because everything I'm working on now is on map and background, and you guys should be drawing on the tokens layer.
All right, but if you can see that, what I wanted to do was draw that. I had dragged, what's his name, Dimitri, into this room, and I want to secure him to this chair.
Okay.
And then I also want to gag him.
All right, so you look around for stuff in the room, and you opt for like some pretty fancy ass napkins to stuff into this guy's mouth. Despite the fact that he's completely unconscious, you do it with a little bit more vigor than you're comfortable with admitting. Like, fuck you, you dumb dick! Like, take this! You look around and grab some of the curtain stays, the little ropes, and bind him to one of the chairs, hands and feet.
Hey, is there a PA system on this thing?
Is there? D100 me. Get under a 40. And yeah, there is.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you've got a PA system because the previous owner liked to listen to music wherever he was. So.
All right. So I'm just going to... Hello?
That's what I do. I just go tree orp.
He's gonna go, Castle, do not kill Dimitri. I just want to emphasize that.
Don't kill him.
I know. I yell across the hallway. Yeah, I get it.
Yo, thanks. All right, boys. I'm going to give you 5 more minutes to do whatever you want in this house before I hit go.
All right, so
Switch
I have full
scenes.
control of the... Can I see where the automated weapons are and what they are?
You can see 2 of them are on the servants' quarters, and the other 4 are on the 4 corners of the house. I'm going to reveal the other servants' quarters here.
And what
really tough to
weapons
see.
are they?
They are autoguns.
All autoguns. Okay, makes sense.
And it seems as though the store of ammunition is extensive.
Great.
Whoever owned this place planned on coming back.
All right. The electric system? You want to turn that bitch on?
You fire it up, turn the lights on.
Yep, turn everything on. And this PA system, does it go outside at all? Are there like speakers by the gates and shit? Because I'm going to start screaming at people.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Are there like cameras? I mean,
I was about to say that.
To just keep my mouth shut because I'm not present. Or
I was about to say.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, can I see out of the from my spot? Can I see like what the guns see? Do I see multiple cameras?
Actually, it's you can see what the guns see, but only because there are cameras attached right next to the weapons.
Okay.
But mostly, most of you've got a gate cam. So I'm going to just reveal like the gate area where that should be for you. Like center here, top center. You know what? Can I reveal all? I'm just going to take the fog of war off for this for a second.
Okie dokie.
Can you see?
Yep.
Oh, now I can see my lines.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That must have been like some sort of advanced fog of war that I'm not used to.
Whatever.
Either way, you can see the entire estate. You've kind of got a good idea of what's happening here. You can see there's sort of this path going up the middle. I'm just going to shittily draw it. Whee! There it goes. That open spot between all the trees. It's big. Yeah, the spots in the 8s are the 8s are pretty substantial.
I can also see out of Ojean's eyes, so I want to know, exactly where the guns are. Exactly.
Ojean.
Which one's Ojean? He's on the left, you said?
Yep. So there is a gun on the road side of each of the servants' quarters, and then one on. You've got like one here, one here. I'll mark them on the map.
Okay.
With like a red penis.
Sure.
That's what I do.
Yep. There's me playing video games at the council.
You get like you get crosses to show where things are pointed. Those two kind of guard the entrance, and these two guard. Oh, you know what? It's actually a little bit over.
Bushik, by the way, I'm really glad you went back to Deus Ex music. It's so perfect for 40K fucking Dark Heresy.
Deus, not Deuce.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, baby.
All right. You can see the red markers there, the red crosses.
Yep, I'm all good.
Okay, that's where the guns are pointed. All right. I'm going to switch gears for a second, unless there's any last requests here.
No.
Oh, did you see what I typed?
Oh, God. Let's see. What are these? Yo, that's a battle station.
Yeah, mine weren't offensive. They were just.
You want to start checking doors and windows or lock shutters. You want to secure the perimeter.
And then I just threw the
Sweet
path I
path. You know, this turned into like a family circus comic. We're like, all right. So you're running around. You're running around.
While he's running around, I'm gonna let him know on the PA system, like, Kessel, I have activated 6 guns. They are automated weapons on the outside. I have full control. Cameras are up. Electricity's gone.
Good job.
Update on the PA system while he's running around.
All right. So you're running around looking for different things to put like shutters on, and it's pretty old school, but the shutters designed to look really old and rustic and, you know, perfect, are super heavy. You suspect that inside this intentionally ornamental outside, these things are lined with some heavy-duty ballistic shit. The problem is there's 1,002 windows in this house and several floors and like, God, it's everywhere. But you're running around just shutting these shutters wherever you can, just slamming everything shut and throwing the heavy bolts over them.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm jumping to the other guys. I'm just going to stay looking at this for a moment. So you guys are chariots looking at this sort of screen over there. You've got the tech priestess who's still flipping through cams trying to find anything of note. But the klaxon that's slowly going like burn, 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 it's starting to get louder and louder, and you can see something approximating like a radar. You start seeing blips. And some of these are moving in fast. Chariot's looking around at people and goes, all right, what's the plan here? We've got people moving in. Looks like folks are going to start claiming territory here. And the scout marine, who is still cleaning out the van, is like, hey, you know, well, it's the usual. We're just going to lay low, wait till this all blows over, and then find out where things lie. So, is that the plan? You're going to go with that? Just like kind of like chill out?
Do we have a location on your comrades yet?
Well, Dan, you know where it is.
We do.
Yeah. Dan and Wesley know where it is, like, on the map.
So I'd like to lean in after the scout says what he says and just ask me, like,
forgive me. This is my first time enduring this kind of storm. If we were to depart from your bunker here and make our way to visit some of my comrades who we sorely need to see, is that something we could do now?
So the guardsman looks over at you incredulously. Not the scout marine, the guardsman. looks over at you incredulously and is like, "What? Like, man, you're thinking about going out there now alone? What are you, crazy? Here, look, just take a look over here." He walks over to where Chariot is kind of leaned over a console, kind of pushes her a little bit to the side and ticky-tacks away to pull up a startlingly accurate satellite view of the city. So he zooms out a little bit of ways and you can see.
I'm going to take dogs to fucking take a piss really quick.
Go.
BRB.
You can see the contrails from like rockets or turbojets like starting to converge on the city. So he's like zooming around, showing you like, yeah, it's like it's dangerous out there. But he stops a moment and goes, "I'm sorry, like, did you say comrades? Because, like, nobody's alive in that city out there."
I'm gonna nudge ours and kind of like pull him aside for a second and just say,
Your team seems to think that we'd be going out there alone. We would be taking them with us.
Yeah,
Ours.
They're not aware of what we discussed yet. Maybe we should bring them up to speed.
Hang on, lady.
Please do.
What lady are you talking to?
That one.
Is
here.
the woman behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to that woman behind the curtain. Yeah, I'm glad we all jumped on that joke.
Yeah.
We all raced to get to that one first.
Get it.
All right, so yeah, they don't know. And it doesn't seem like they have any intention of going out until the violence is done. I mean, what reason do they have to even be going out there anyway?
because I effing said so.
You got better reasons than that, boy.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to turn to Wesley and be like, at this point, they're unaware of what we discussed. If you want to keep it close to the chest, we can do that. But if you want to enlist their help as backup, we should tell them what we talked about.
You guys are standing right next to Chariot and the guardsman. So Chariot throws an arm over ours and kind of leans in her friggin' battle armor with her unblinking eyes toward Wesley and says, "Yes, maybe you should tell us. Tell us, Mr. Ars," as she begins to squeeze your shoulder a little uncomfortably.
I'm just gonna take her arm and twist it off.
I remind you, she's the one in battle armor.
Doesn't matter.
Powered armor.
Manlit.
Give me a strength test. Let's oppose this. Her strength is 41.
My strength
Whoa.
is not that high.
But you have fate points.
And the element of surprise.
By what degrees did we fail, though?
It doesn't matter. I win.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I failed by, is that 5 degrees?
Fate point.
I would have failed by... What's your strength, Dan?
My strength is 30.
And you would have failed by... Yeah, I think we both failed by 5 degrees, didn't we?
Well, then I'm
We got ourselves a roll off.
Yeah, we're arm wrestling at this point. We're like... He's fating it down.
Real close to making out.
I'll fade it down. I'm making a power move right now.
All right, so yeah, you grab her arm, and for a second you can hear the servos whine in her power armor. It's not come fully online since the EMP. And in that second that you realize that, holy shit, she's not fully reactivated right now. You bam, just flex it out. You see the magic.
I just want to just roll her over my shoulder and flip her on the ground.
Well, you see the magic blue smoke escape the shoulder joint here of fried electronics. and her eyes go wide as you don't throw her over your shoulder because power armor weighs approximately 6 trillion pounds.
Strength check it.
If you get a 1, right now you throw. If you don't, you pull something. Oh, son of a bitch, dude. There's that moment where I went, "Ah!" Well,
Wando makes his
if you don't, you are going to pull something.
all right, forget it.
But the fact stands that she went to try and muscle you into something, and you were like, "Fuck it, I've had enough of this." Take advantage of her not fully reinitialized state, and you shorted out her power armor's arm. You see her arm like fall off her back and fall to her side as she struggles to lift it. She's desperately trying to hide the fact that she's like powerless in that arm. I'm going to take we'll call it a stealth check for this, under 10, and you don't notice. No, it's horrifically obvious considering that her servos are going in that section of power armor that you just broke something in a fucking armored walking tank with your bare hands.
So I'm just going to turn to her and be like, please, don't touch me again.
Don't touch the merchandise.
This suit is very expensive.
So the klaxon begins to wail louder and louder as the tech priest runs over to the now abandoned console. She scrolls the satellite view in and begins to start like she can't because of like the EMP wave is still propagating outwards. So not everything is still back up to full functioning capacity here. But she's able to get a couple like live image feeds that she can pull down. She desperately looks back to you and goes, like, where were you planning on going? There's no robot voice. Where were you planning on going? She's shitty Stephen Hawking voice now.
Oh, Jesus.
Where were you planning on going out in the city?
Give me satellite feed on, like, I'm not going to call it smiley face, but like whatever the
Give
coordinates
me
are
that
for smiley
smiley face right there. Zoom in on it. Show me the teeth. But I mean, you're able to call. You've been in the city this has been in your entire posting. So you've been here for a number of years, enough to say like, show me.
Show me like Zone 8, Sector 4, or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
No, that works for me. So she's like, so she zooms in and it's a lot of static images, but she can't really load a lot of it in live feed. But she manages to sort of like get 1 or 2 live spots here. Oh God, how am I going to do this? Let's throw ours here. Let's throw Wesley here. Okay. Whoa. Things are on the wrong layers and everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. Right. I'm going to throw you here, and I know there's another one of you somewhere. Layer. Token layer. Wesley, you should be able to see whatever that is that I just showed you.
And I just have a big black block.
Big black blocks.
Yeah.
All right, let me put...
Just one.
It's only... Oh, one big black block. Let me put this back on the token layer.
One triple B.
Move over to tokens. Make sure that this is controlled by Wesley. You can't see this.
Sorry,
right
guys.
there.
Back.
Okay.
I
Can
could
you see that?
I could see. Yes, I can see that.
How about this?
Nope.
All right, this is going to be, for now, Ars Barbosa. Or represents or is controlled by Ars Barbosa. Can you see that, Dan?
They like slicked back hair, man.
Yeah, I needed to grab. That's the gargoyle from my previous campaign. You should be able to move these around.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Can you?
Yes, can. Oh, boy. Holy crap. I zoomed way too far.
Should only be able to move it a little bit.
What are these? What's this R's
Yeah,
token?
I think I still have GM powers.
Brownie, I whispered
Why?
a few times.
Yeah, I read your
Do
whisper.
you?
Okay.
Yeah, when I type, see it. GM.
Hey,
Oh yeah, you do.
Bushik,
Let
I
me-
do not have control of my token.
All right, let me first steal that GM power away from Dan. Demote to player. Brr, 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 brr.
Do I need to sign out and come back in?
You might just need to F5.
Okay. I'll just. throw the
Oh,
computer out the window.
controlled by. Whoa, what the fuck? All right, you know what? We need to have this as just this is Wesley. Because the controlled by thing is all fucked up. And that's ours, Barbosa. You can see those. I'm moving them around.
Wait, I can see a lot. That whole map is revealed.
There we
and I
go.
see the token.
Nice.
You should be
Working.
on ours. You should be on this screen right now.
I think I still have GM access.
Hmm.
I'm coming back. Oh, rejoin as player. Haha.
Beep, 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 beep. You can see. We have now, it turns out there's a function to split the party.
Yes,
So
there it is.
You guys who are currently in the one that's marked up with guns and routes that you ran throughout the mansion, you see two icons out here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the plan, boys. Dynamic
Wait, so-
lighting
So are we there?
enabled. No. You guys are manning a console in a bunker with live satellite feed. You guys on your turn are going to be able to move your icon wherever you want and give vision to everybody.
Oh man.
I have discovered you guys are on two different maps right now.
Cool.
The other guys on the other map have a mirrored token, a twin token, that when it moves, they can see the light you cast.
Cool.
You are essentially
Cool sound.
wired in to the motel. Oh. You are wired in to the mansion security system, able to broadcast satellite data.
Neat.
So you guys, when he moves around, can you see his icon over here? Right.
You guys see
Oh
me
God, he's
dancing
moving. He's
around?
everywhere. He's over here now. Hold on. He's right here.
You have a large field of vision.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right now Wesley's is a little bit large. I'm going to bring that down.
No. It's good as it is.
I mean, compared to mine, it's like 3 times the size of mine. Just saying.
Still,
Feel
you
what-
can see all right there.
I know my guy's tinier,
Yeah.
but why do you got to do that?
Stuff happens.
Hold on. I have to share something with you guys.
All right, boys. We're going to take just a 5 here so I can go tell that person, go away.
All right.
What did he just send? What, mate? I'll bash your fucking head in, I swear, me mum. Is there no beak on that bird? Oh, no, I was just looking at it real stupid. I thought it's the eye hole that we see on the left was its beak hole, and somebody just photoshopped it out. Anyway, here's what we got. The whine of turbojets creeps in on your hearing. Though with so many flat-faced edifices surrounding you, its source is not entirely clear. It doesn't take long before a sleek winged shape slides out from behind the spire.
Wait, Bushik, please stop this for a
What?
second. I have to share this.
Oh my god, dude. Paul.
What?
Paul. His face when he sees the incoming bad guys.
My God.
That was worth stopping.
Oh my god.
I'm just like gonna zoom in on that, like
Hold on to your butts.
Did you
Save
just take
image
that
as.
screenshot like just now, I guess?
So good.
Uh,
My God.
Show in folder.
Oh my God. I might make that my profile picture for everything.
Mother of God.
Mother of God.
All right. Anyway.
Sorry. All right, starting it because I was clicking away.
Nope.
So start.
It doesn't take long before a sleek winged shape slides out from behind the spire, plodding, choosing from a buffet of opulence. It passes over Smiley Base, pausing for a moment as the slave Skitari brandish their weapons before deciding an undefended prize would be better. Pointed claws extend from its smooth underside as it dives towards a sprawling casino in the fours. Turbojets and rockets fill the air with a hasty roar, crowding the sky. Everybody seems still for a moment. But within seconds, the uneasy peace is shattered as one ship opens fire on arrival. Immediately, the air is filled with a roaring death as the affluent duke it out above the city. Bullet casings tumble out of the air, followed shortly thereafter by ships trailing smoke and fire. Despite their best efforts, a ship or two spirals into a building somewhere, spiral into the, a hotel in the 16s or a slum in the 32s. From straight up into the sky, you can just see little twinkles of light. Just. The game is afoot, boys. You're going to need to defend your compound. You've got two eyes in the sky as the other team has made contact with you and synced their systems with your security measures. They can feed you data on what's out there. They can give you a bonus into whatever they mark. But right now, they can only be eyes and ears. There are no guns.
Oh, don't worry. We got some guns.
All right, let's take a 5 right here. Before I hit go on this, you need to light that cigarette, perhaps. Go for it. Be right back, boys.
Didn't we just take our 5 like 2 minutes ago?
We might have.
All right. Well, so we're the eyes and ears for you guys here.
Yep.
Don't forget, we've got that cell phone. So if you've got messages you need to send to us, you can.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the picture of Paul?
Yeah, it's cracking me up. Oh man, that's awesome.
It's Mother of God.
Hey Kyle, I got a message to send you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, man. Your fart was almost as manly as my daughter's.
Oh.
She burps in multiple syllables, man.
Yeah, how bad are those baby farts though?
They're not quite so bad anymore, but at the beginning they are.
And yeah, at first they're horrible.
First it's just like you just been like eating hell for like past.
Oh my god, those
like,
early poops too.
Just like chewing on the warp in there. It's just pure sulfur.
And the like early poops.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't enjoy it, but
Oof.
yeah,
Didn't enjoy what?
change. I mean, I'm just talking about changing baby shitty diaper.
Oh my
in
god!
general.
I
I'm
can't
like,
imagine.
I mean, yeah, it's not awesome, but
Hey,
gotta
what
be
is
able to handle that?
what is ours supposed to look like?
Couldn't tell you.
Like what kind? He's the what is he, a librarian or something?
Dude, you've met him. You're gonna recognize him when you see him. Do you remember when Dimitri started bringing his accountant around?
Oh, yeah, but I mean like
Ours was undercover.
okay, but
He's
I mean
looking
for like Photoshop purposes.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I gotta fart again.
Damn, Paul.
Everybody.
Good job.
Thank you. Oh my god, I have to fart again. I'm not gonna do it in the microphone this time. Oh, who am I kidding?
It literally sounds like something boiling or something. Like
Something's brewing, all right.
Ronnie, did you listen to much MF Doom?
yeah, I did.
Have you heard of Czarface?
I'm not.
Do you remember 7L and Esoteric?
It sounds
From Army
familiar.
of the,
Yeah,
Army of the
that's what I was
Pharaohs.
gonna say. Yep, I do.
So they have a new duo called Czarface. New duo called Czarface. They're pretty sweet. And they recently, I think like very recently, released a new album where they did the two of them teamed up with MF Doom.
That sounds.
And there's all kinds of like, they've got like a bunch of wacky interlude characters talking to each other. It's pretty sweet.
That does sound really sweet. Is it on Spotify?
I listened to it on Google Play. It's probably on Spotify.
Let's find out immediately.
I would imagine you could find it a few different places.
Bushik.
I think it was like Czarface meets Metalface or something like that.
How do you spell it?
Bushik.
Czarface,
Pickle.
like Russian Czar face. Czarface.
Czarface. Yep. Czarface meets Metalface.
That is probably the album title. I can't remember for sure, but
Yep. Czarface and MF Doom. Yep.
yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna check this out.
And Jean Grey was like, I listened to that for the first time today, and I was like, wow, this sounds like somebody grew up listening to MF Doom.
That's awesome.
Could feel his influence in her. Maybe she never heard him. I have no idea, but reminded me of it.
It was meant to be a whisper.
He's a manlet?
There's your manlet.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what does manlet mean?
Oh, you never
Dan's
heard of
used it a
manlet?
few times.
Yeah, he's short. He's short.
Manlet are
ours?
Yeah.
short dudes are called manlets.
Yeah, dude, ours is like 4'11" or something ridiculous. Where's my
Right.
Yeah, Dan, can you describe ours? It's struck us that he never got description.
Yeah, so oh, excuse me. Hold on a second. I'm
What?
finding my sheets. So he is obviously male. He has blue eyes, dark skin.
Why is he obviously male?
His
Obviously.
name is ours and he's a dude. got blue eyes, dark skin, black hair. He's pretty scrawny. He is very short. He's like 4. I think he's 4 something. He's like 4'11", or he's like 5'3", or something ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm just gonna use that picture now, bro.
Dude, imagine living in that world.
I'd kill
Holy
myself.
shit.
Fuck it. I'd kill myself.
Would you kill yourself or just be into like dominatrix stuff like crazy?
I'd fucking kill myself.
Dude,
That is crazy.
you think that's real, or do you think that was photoshopped?
I think that's probably just a kid.
Yeah, it's probably just some kid.
I don't know.
I'll find more manlets for you.
No,
I'll find you
one's
more
perfect.
manlets. In the meantime,
Bro,
burps.
if you top that one, I'll send you a check.
You what?
I said, if you top that one, I'll send you a check.
All right, let me see if I can find something. It's really good.
Here we go. 5'6", 5'6", $120. It's only 22 years old. Ours is a freaking baby.
Wow.
Tweenie.
Did not realize he was 22.
Yeah.
I thought he was
forgot
old.
that
That changes things a little bit.
yeah, his age is Nipper when I rolled it in the book. And his quirk is that he just smells like chemicals. He has a chemical smell.
How have I not been abusing this?
I don't know.
All right, lads.
Dark bleach.
We've got 20 minutes left here. Let's get this ball rolling and we can finish it up next week.
Make them count.
All right. So from where we are, we've got, so the dusk has begun to set in. The satellite footage seems to be startlingly good despite the low light conditions. And you guys have managed to patch yourselves into this sort of security network. Now, you're unaware that you are currently feeding all this info to Kadofi, because you guys are, like, out of contact. You think you're just trying to, like, feed this into the house surveillance the security system. But the tech priest is furiously working over there to keep this thing patched through. The scout marine seems pretty pleased, because they get to sit safe in a bunker while the violence happens somewhere else, and still get to, like, hey, let's do some stuff, gang. So it looks like you can see in the gloom just like a series of landers. It's the Wild West. It's the gold rush. Everybody who can afford something that flies is zooming in on some sort of plane to try and deploy a I want to say Vanguard, but it struck me that should be the deploy
Vanguard is the front.
Is it? I thought the van was the.
No, the Vanguard is the front attack.
Well, in that case, people deploying a Vanguard.
Cool.
Because they can't deploy in force just yet. They needed people to get there fast. So these are people that they could, small forces, getting there quickly. We've got boots on the ground.
The strike teams. Holy shit.
So far, you know of at least 2 strike teams on the ground.
Fuck, boys.
All right. Let's roll for initiative.
Here we go.
Was that 1d10 plus?
Yeah,
agility
guess
bonus?
you can get a token pull. You do have a token, right? Is it
I
just going to
rolled
be
a
your
9.
face?
Add your agility bonus.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
you have a
yep,
token. Here you are.
All right, so I have I scored a total of 11.
You could do it in the
John
chat.
Castle,
Just add
sent
to-
to token layer.
Holy shit. Wesley is on the point.
Damn.
Nice.
I am John Castle. You're like over here now.
Nice, thank you.
Did you just wreck that roll?
Who?
Who you talking to?
I don't know. Somebody was going like, whoa, I did great.
Well,
Wesley
Wesley
got a freaking 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I got 11. I am going to roll
Would that be an ag roll? I mean, I'm
Pushed
sitting
himself.
in a
Right, me
bunker.
first.
Like,
Me first.
That is still an agility roll.
yeah. All right.
Even though you're not physically there, you are still reacting to combat. All right, 1d10 plus 3. Yo. Oh, feast and famine.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm setting up the turn tracker. Yeah, I know. That's really strange.
You got the Eagles and the Browns right there.
Yeah. Yes, I
Dropping their
do.
squads.
I understood that
Sports.
reference.
Paul knows.
Team 1. All right, who's next on the list? We got Wesley and Kadofi.
I think both tied.
We're going to put
Roll off.
executive decision. Wesley, then Kadofi. Then we're looking at ours and Paul. You guys both also got it. We're going to put ours first, then Paul.
They're all zeros, FYI.
What are all zeros? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It just needs to be like normally you put it in order and then you sort. But if you just put them in order, you're good. And then team 2. Add. We got them? Okay. Team 1 is up first. These guys are deploying from not a lander, but the GM layer.
Oh.
To the token layer they go. These guys are running into position. Whoa. Oh, God, I moved an entire tree section. Everything's fucked, boys.
Oh, tree walkers.
No, we're not done.
Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Okay.
Or Lord,
Wesley is up next.
Lord of the Rings crossover.
Okay, so just so we're clear, my actions right now are basically just move my token around and change my view. Right?
Yep. Your move is to drop your token any one place, and your action can be to like mark a specific enemy in that you may have uncovered here in order to give people a defense or an attack bonus against that particular person until it rolls back around to you.
Okay. I'm gonna take a quick int roll.
Mm-hmm.
Make it kind of obvious. Come on. That's a pass. And then, all right. So, because of the pass, I'm going to, instead of doing anything or looking in a different place on the screen, I'm going to pull out my communicator and I want to send Kadofi a message and tell him that we're capable of watching the battlefield around him.
Okay. Kadofi, you get this message, you'll get a chance to respond on your turn, which happens to be now.
All right.
So we can take directions.
So
If there's a blind spot or something,
So
if
I'm
you've
gonna
got guns forward that you want to be able to look at,
I'm gonna so I'm immediately gonna text back just like my thanks. And I'm gonna be like, thank you. They are coming. I am going to try and dissuade them. Right? Now. And I grab the PA system, like put it on high blast, and just I'm going to announce to like, this property is taken. Hippity hoppity, how would you get the fuck off my property? Do not approach. Do not approach. Like
You need to give me an intimidation check.
Okay. Intimidate. On what?
Is it opposed? Like, I forget how intimidate rolls.
It's strength or willpower.
Okay.
But it's a skill, and if you're not trained, you'll have a negative.
Oh,
But I think for that hippity hoppity, how about you get the fuck off my property? I think it should be able to take it flat. Just saying.
So as I yell that, I'm gonna have Kadofi like all the triggers. All
Brian, I
6
think
triggers
the
for the
louder you
guns.
yell that in real life, the more of a bonus you'll get to this roll.
That's right. Weird how that works. I'm going to fire up my decibel meter right now and we can figure out just what that bonus is going to be.
Do it, Bronny.
Absolutely.
What is it that you yelled?
No way.
Hippity humpity
Brony,
something?
Dude, you want me to send a warning to Biggie? I'll text her.
No.
We need
Biggie,
this,
real quick,
Bronny.
Bronny's got to be loud for just a second.
We got our satellite coverage here warning the enemies. He's about to be loud.
It's really important that Bronny's loud right now.
9:50 at night. You guys would dude, you guys would literally see me get shot. Like I would die.
All right, take your check.
As I yell that, hold on, I'm trying to get as I yell that, I want Kadofi to just like pull back on like the joysticks for all the automated guns and just point in the air and fire off like a massive full auto burst for all of them, try to intimidate people.
That's awesome. Okay, you have a choice now. You can either take your roll with a bonus or negate any bonus that soldier training might impart to the enemy. Because remember, these people are out for blood. They're not usually dissuaded by bullets.
Yeah, I'll take the bonus.
You'll take the bonus?
Yep.
All right, make your roll, boy.
All right, what am I rolling against?
Either strength or willpower.
Oh god, my willpower is shit, I think. Yeah, I guess I'll roll against strength. So 29 minus what for not being trained?
I think it's minus.
If you're not trained on it, it's like half, isn't it? It's half your stat.
I think
Okay.
it's like minus 20 if you're not trained.
I think it's I forget, to be
It
honest.
sucks, whatever it is.
It is really bad. Someone tell me, is it half or is it minus 20?
Let's just say half.
If I get a 1, which I didn't at all,
You did not.
I'm fate pointing it. Fuck it. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yo! All right,
I
I am gonna take.
voice.
I'm gonna take it against a willpower check on these guys who are rolling against a 32 on their willpower. Against a willpower of 32. Okay, so bullets are one thing. An obviously coordinated security system that's already active and manned, that's another thing. You are going to delay these guys' advance by at least a turn. After that, I'm going to roll a D100 and see if they get their bulls back. All right, that roll is going to be against a 50 initially, and then sort of just be a foregone thing after that. Turn 3, they move again. So you've basically got 2 free turns to locate and put some fire down on people.
All right, sweet. All right, well, that was my turn.
Ours is up next. Ours, you've got your satellite image here. Unless you want to do something back at the bunker, try and coordinate something there.
No,
Remember,
I'm
you
just
are
gonna-
effectively in
It
2
is
places
my-
at once.
Is my thing like that small, really?
Is my thing that small, really?
It should be like 40 feet. It should be equivalent to the other one. Oh, it didn't match up. That's right. I set those not to match. 40 feet, bajorp. Why is Kyle's so much bigger? Oh, he's just like 60
warp
feet.
sense.
It should be
Warp
40
sense.
feet. No, 40 feet.
Warp sense.
If you do that, Chariot might get wise.
All right, so I just
She's already
if I,
indicated she can sense that.
if I click and drag my token, is it gonna like reveal?
It
as I
should
drag, or
only
is it-
update when you drop it.
Okay. Give it a shot. I'm gonna move. Oh, it's doing it the whole way.
But you can see everything the entire way?
Yeah.
All right, don't do that.
Ugh.
Only update on drop. Boom. And only update on drop. That's good.
There
okay.
we go. All right, I'm dropping here.
You've got negative contact here. Anything you want to do in your meantime here? We'll say you can give like a bonus to your next drop if you didn't spot anything. I'll increase your size radius by 10. Right now you're at 40, so like 25%.
All right. Yeah.
You wanna try
take the
that?
bonus on this one.
Or do you want to gamble it? Take a tech use roll and perhaps get it upped by 20 instead of 10, or none at all.
Yeah,
Critically fail and I drop your thing by 10.
No, yeah, I'm gonna gamble it. What is that? What would that be?
That's my boy.
Yeah, intelligence.
Intelligentsia.
I am.
Smelly.
Is this flat, or am I gonna get a? I'm not trained in tech.
Are you trained in it?
Maybe
Then it's at a, you're at
No.
either minus 20 or half.
Oh man, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm doing
Minus
it.
20 or half, whichever is lower.
Yeah. Don't wonder me. Wait a second.
I didn't do the minus. So I'm rolling against a 13.
Right.
It's a fail.
Okay, so no effect here. If you critically failed, I was gonna, drop it and shit. But right now, it's just no effect. Paul!
I'm up.
You're up. You're in the house. You're in the hoose. You've been shutting windows and trying to make a quickly fortified position.
Did I get the first floor secured?
For the most part. You kind of
Let me
give me an intelligence check right now, flat.
flat.
Actually, you're pretty good at this. We're going to say plus 20.
All right. If my cat would move, I could type 20
Beep
in
bep,
here.
cat. Beep bep.
All in her knights.
An 80 against a 50. This isn't something where I'm going to punish you. This just means that you ran around the route that you went trying to shut windows. So you've got the
I'm gonna
entire... Fade it down or re-roll it?
Fade it down.
To make it an exact pass?
Yep.
You've got half of the mansion's shutters shut. The side, the front of the house, the upper side, the northern side of the house's windows are all shuttered and armored. God bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
All right, then I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna start checking again from the left side, from the west wing.
Okay, so during this turn, you are going to be... Oh god, the page thing is still up. During this time, you're going to be able to shut these sets of windows.
Okay.
You can see those?
Yep.
Great. Team 2 is up. Team 2 deploying from the GM layer. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Onto the token layer, and they are going to attempt to make a move. I'm going to make a roll for them. Anything above a 75, and they too are affected by the intimidation roll. Woo! Close, but no cigar. They were running out of their transport when the shots went off, so they weren't as shaken by them. They move up into a position. I'm moving them into a position. Team 1 is up again. They can't move, thus marks... You know what? I have to take a roll for them, I believe, against 50. Above a 50 is going to mean they move. Under a 50 is better for you, and they don't move.
Oof.
They manage to get their wits about them and move themselves forward a little bit, though not as much as they should be able to. Some of them are still caught in the open without cover. Wesley, you're up. You can either move your thing first or make an action that affects your move, but just remember, your action consists of marking a target or such.
All right, on my way. So I'm gonna move right about here.
Ooh, looks like you've spotted some people.
No, look at them.
You've spotted some people.
I see them. All right, so to mark them, do I need to do anything?
You just ping one and I'll put a marker on him indicating and making him visible to all players.
All right.
Until you mark another enemy. Oh, you know what? I'm not on your guys' map. Which one did I see him? So I'm going to put a little marker on him. And this is now emits light 0 feet. All players see light. Bloom. I'm going to mark that on the other one as well. Okay.
Okay. I got incoming.
Marked.
Northeast.
All right. Kadofi, you're up. What's your move? What's going to happen
calling.
here?
It's 9:15.
Oh, yeah. Yes, so it is. Okay, so the enemy has been revealed. And as soon as we start next week, we need to pull a trigger. You dig? Well,
Sounds good.
metaphorically here.
All right, boys. Catch you next week.
Don't literally dig.
Yeah, don't do that.
Bye.
Bah.
See it.
But he's still here. He's still there. Not clicked gone yet.
Can we kick him
Is he
out?
just frozen? I can't click on him. I think he's just frozen, like being like.
Yeah, I think he's just frozen.
He's freaking me out.
He might be dead.
He's staring at me very intensely.
Hey,
Well, let's
Bush.
go until we. What's up?
Never mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say let's just go round the marker until we get back to him, so we can at least get one more shot in here, round in here. We're gonna say that he is surprised by his interfacing with the networked satellites. He didn't think that that was going to be a thing, despite the fact that Wesley just texted him like, "Hey, we're doing this." He's been a little busy trying to defend. Who will defend this house? Ours.
Nice.
You're up.
All right, I am going to. I'm gonna do that check again.
You're going to
See if
try and either expand your vision or potentially contract your vision, or you're going to. Okay.
I'm gonna try and expand it at -20. Let's see. Does that work this time?
Oof.
No, it does not.
You might as well use all your fate points though. 'Cause the
Face
session's already
points.
over.
Yeah, yeah, all right. I'll fate point it. I have 2 left.
End of the sessions though.
Meta.
Well, you know.
So I'm gonna use my last fate point to get that down to a success.
Can you?
I
Oh,
have-
it's -30, isn't it?
yeah, -30.
Oh, what's going on here? Is that... Oh, Brony's thing's still there. So yeah, that counts as a success. I'm going to up your distance here. You went from 40 feet to a 60-foot radius.
Don't see any change on my end.
Okay, so until you take another action...
Okay.
Right, I'm on the wrong one. Until you take another action... This goes up to 60 feet.
Yes. Yes.
Until you take another action, your vision there is expanded. I will make a list of actions that the spotters can perform. Marking targets, expanding vision, aiding in,
I was like,
whatever.
if I never mark anybody, it'll stay at 60?
Yep.
Okay.
You can just be Captain Looksy-Doo.
Captain Looksy-Doo. I'm going to move it. I'm moving over here.
Nada.
Nothing. All right.
Paul, you're up.
All right, so I got the side there. Can I get like these this turn?
If you spend your entire turn doing it, then yes.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So you manage to sprint around and just frantically start shutting doors as you hear Kadofi yelling over the loudspeaker system and a blare of bow, a complete synchronized cacophony of bullets. Holy shit, the goosebumps rise on your arm. It's go time, baby.
I'm fully hard now.
Do I need to go back and find that image, Wesley?
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
I need to go back and find that image of Donald.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cracked me up. I'm looking. I can find it. Carry on.
My wayward son. I got it. Too late.
There you go. Yeah, I was looking in the wrong place.
Did you post it? I got it.
Yeah, I'll post
Blamer.
it. All right.
Team 2 is up right now. That's Paul. Just put like a giant gun in his hand, like, oh!
That's Castle when he hears those auto guns firing.
Yeah.
Those guns?
man.
Yeah, those are lots of guns. Putting the P in V, baby.
Oh, that's great.
Team 2 continues to move up and advance with cover. The marked guy continues to stay marked. More than one of them is currently out of cover as they just cover their advance.
Now, can our servitor on the right servant quarter, does he see them?
He can, through the video feed, because he's networked into the same security thing since Kadofi is. Kadofi is just your router. He's your switch. So they're all operating on the same shitty Wi-Fi. He can see them. It's still a pretty damn good distance. This isn't exactly to scale, and there's a lot of shit between you and them.
All right, I can't move him. The token.
Yeah, you're not in control of those things.
Oh, that's right. Brawny is. All right, I was just gonna make him move like over here, but it doesn't matter because I can't do it. Okay, never mind.
Wesley, you are up.
I don't know. I kind of think that I've got a pretty good mark here, right? So.
Yep. So your action can be to sustain that marked target, increase your vision radius, or, I don't know, is there anything else that's within the realm of reason that you would want to perform here?
Keep
I don't think so. Yeah, I want to keep the mark. If I can envision my vision, if I can increase my vision radius, I would like to do that.
You would need to lose your mark. You could.
Okay, let's not. Never
you
mind.
could gamble it if you want. You could go double or nothing. We'll say get under. We could say get under a 25. Get both effects. Get over a 75. Get neither effect. Score in the middle, and
nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Sure, I'll do it. Why not?
Gambling.
Oh wait,
give him a
I have macro for this. Boom! Can I fate point that?
I mean, you have fate, right?
Yeah, I do.
Let's.
Whole bunch of it.
A mark and increased radius. Now I'm going to probably have you, every turn you try to sustain this, have to take some sort of a roll.
Okay.
So your vision is increased, and it is increased for everybody who can see that shit.
So now, all right, yeah, that's good. Looks good.
It's
beautiful.
Good. Looks good. We're good here.
Yeah.
What? Oh. Here's a video that you need to see that made me laugh a lot this morning. You turn it up.
That's hilarious.
But that's what I thought of when somebody's going earlier.
That was just my face, man.
That was just my face.
And like the tiny little waffle bit that pokes out.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's the part where it's like.
Best part.
All right, gents.
Bushik.
Yeah.
Real quick. Just because I feel kind of bad about it. This whole time I've been able to see the entire map.
You son of a bitch. Well, that's honest of you. How in the hell have you been able to do that?
So next time, fix that.
All players see light. As sight.
But I know where everything is now.
Okay, I'm going to shuffle some of it then. I don't know. I don't know how to change that. It should be dynamic lighting enabled, only restrict on drop. I'll figure it out between now and next week. So make a little note here. To do. Unfuck castle. Refuck castle. Okay. I got a busy to-do list.
Sweet.
All right, well,
Good.
I appreciate the honesty, because otherwise I kind of like to still throw some shit on you guys and surprise you. But at least you
Yes,
know.
I felt bad.
Fine by me, boys. All right, gents. Have a lovely week. I will see you next week when I get to throw my all into this shit.
Good night. Good night.
Peace.
See you guys.